my time and serve my sentence. Dress me up and watch me die. If it feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Dynasty decapitated, you just might see a ghost tonight. And if you don't know now, you know. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's burning tainted. Oh yeah, the crown.
Oh yeah, yep, we're live. You live over there? Okay.
Yeah.
You're tethered to the door and the wall and everything over there?
Because my phone's charging and I'm trying to tag everybody on Twitter.
All right, celebration show has begun. Celebration show, celebration show. Go ahead and jump over here and let us know that you can see and hear, and then let's share. Get everybody over here. We need everybody involved. All right, I'm going to start sending out some invites because I have some people who are anxiously awaiting to get into here. Some a little more than others. But we're going to have some fun with this. So let's see what we got here. Someone has already hearted this thing. Oh, yep, Miss Shawnee. Miss Shawnee, thank you for being here. Is my hair okay? Did I do a good job? Don't go. All right. So get the shares out there. Let's get this bad boy going. We're gonna have some fun. Actually, get those shares out there because there is a contest involved in getting those shares out, in which we need to go ahead and start a timer.
Oh yeah, let me do that. We have 15 minutes. Where'd our the big notebook go?
I don't know.
I thought we had it sitting out so we can.
You did have it sitting out.
Yeah, right here.
Oh boy, here we go.
I got it.
Oh yeah.
So rules for the share. This is going to go for a prize. You do not have to be present at the end of the game to win. You have for 15 minutes. You have to share this out. The link for this show. Tag us. If you tag us on Twitter, you get an entry, and if you tag us on Facebook, you get an entry. So you up to 2 entries. But you have to tag us, and then I will need to set everything up for the spinny wheel thing once we know that, and we'll do the thing at the end, but we will announce the winners on both Twitter and Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Did you say spinning wheel thing?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they call that.
All right, we got more people viewing on here, so go ahead and jump in. Don't be shy. I mean, come on. I didn't get all dressed up for nothing. All right, so it looks like everything's good over here. And someone just messaged me. All right, cool.
I need a bigger piece of paper just to write everybody's Twitter handle down as I find them.
All right, so as you come in, go ahead and let us know you can see and hear. We'd certainly appreciate that, and we're going to have some fun with this. 100 episodes of Hell of a Show. And to show for it, I am wearing a maid's costume. Smoking a stogie.
And don't mind me looking down. I'm just trying to make sure everybody who has been on Hell of a Show in the last 3 years gets tagged, that if I can find them. We don't have everybody's Twitter handles.
Yep. All right, so we've got a few people who are waiting to get into the back, and then we bring that up. So if you're in here right now and you've been a past guest, you can go ahead and jump up here and let us know what you thought of your experience on the show. Love the dedication to the show. You have no idea. This is all due to this one right over here. Voluntolding me to do this. Yeah. Oh, here's Max. Max is here. Max, hey man, I got all dressed up for you, buddy. Remember how she said, you know, a maid's outfit and everything, and then somebody was trying to figure out if it looked better on her or on me, and she said, oh, it'll be better on him. And here we go. Your next cover. There's your next cover, bud.
You should stand up and show him the whole outfit.
Oh no, I can't stand up. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, no.
He looks so cute in this maid's dress.
Oh, look, hang on a sec. We got somebody back here. Let me go ahead and bring him out because this is going to get fun real quick.
Uh-huh.
Niobu.
What's up, Neobu?
Well, I don't know what's going on with you. I mean, you're looking all purdy and stuff, man.
I know, man. I mean, I couldn't find pigtails, to do that or anything. So unfortunately, I won't be a cover on your book, but I'm thinking I could at least be a cover on Max's book. I mean, I got that stuff.
Yeah, you got him in the back. I have a feeling there's gonna be a BC raid happening.
Hey, all you got to do is share it out. Actually, if you've got them back there, go ahead and let them know what that link is. Oh, you already have.
Pretty princess with his Goetian symbols, man.
Hey, we're just celebrating 100 episodes. Got through that. Didn't quite kill me just yet. It just got me to wear a maid's costume with some hair. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Looks a little wild.
It's a regular Saturday night for here. What's going on, guys?
Well, congratulations on your big milestone first.
Hey, I certainly appreciate that. I'm waiting to get a few more shares. We want to get some more people getting some shares.
Yeah,
out,
I'm sharing it out there now.
and then we will get going on this. We actually have a contest that we're running, so get those shares
We'll
going.
run it. I'm keeping an eye on the thing. Since we're just starting to get people in, we'll
Okay.
go ahead and start that now. So at
Okay.
9:45, we'll stop
Okay,
the clock.
so we got
for the
15
shares.
minutes. The shares go in there, and
Good morning.
give them the rules.
All right, rules.
All right.
You get one entry for Twitter and one entry for Facebook if you tag us on either one. So you have 15 minutes to share the link and tag us when you share it. And it's, again, one entry for Twitter and one entry for Facebook.
I shared the hell out of you.
Where's the link? Is it in the chat? I don't see the link. Make it easy for me. I'm boomer.
He's a boomer.
Am I a boomer? Am I a boomer?
Oh,
I am right
look,
now.
it's pretty princess.
See, now I can be Princess Phil, and he can go back to just being Phil if he wants to.
Princess Phil, we may never let you live that down.
I'm not going to.
Probably not, because they didn't let you live the other one down.
Shush, woman.
Buck, 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 buck.
No. We're not going there. That's way too early to get into that. No, we're not doing that. No.
Chicken looked surprised.
Well, it happens.
I noticed your backdrop. You've been digging through your grimoires, man.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I had to grow hair in a hurry, so that's the best way I could do it. Oh, we're ready to have some fun on this. It has been a hell of a road getting to this point, and I appreciate y'all for being on here for right now. And I want to say right now, y'all have actually helped me through a lot of this, going through this as well, because off camera and all, we've talked quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's been very cool. And I'll say for everybody watching this right now that sometimes hearing what you don't want to hear, but what you need to hear is what needs to happen. And these guys are good about doing that.
Yeah, we always tell shit people don't want to hear.
Yeah. They get mad at me.
Look, I tell people all the time, and I was telling my buddy this at his dad's funeral a couple years ago. He's like, Pete, I'm really happy you're here. I was like, bro, listen, your friends are going to be there for all the good stuff. They are. But your real friends, or the people who you really want to trust, your circle there, they're going to be there when the shit hits the fan and it's really bad. And they'll be there there's two ways you can tell who's there for you. The people who are shitting on you and telling you, I told you so. Well, yeah, they're toxic. You got to throw them in the trash. The people who are sitting there picking you up and wiping you off, going, all right, come on, let's go. That's your crew. You know what I'm saying? Those are your homies. So
Exactly.
Max, the N64 stuff is free.
Sweet.
Yep. Start software. I'll do that. I bought a Nintendo Switch today, Phil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a used one, but I bought
Yeah,
one.
I got this one.
Right, and
I just got to pay for the online now.
apparently, if you do get the online, you get access to a couple of emulators. You get like the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and the N64. Now, not obviously all the games are there, but there's a good, decent selection of them. Right, you can just play for free. Not only that, you can play online with your buddies. Right, so me and Max want to play like some ancient Nintendo game together. We can do that with some of them. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
See if we can get Contra.
It's not on the list unless if it's like somewhere else. But
That's him.
Excuse me.
Who him? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
so if you're out there in the chat, you give a shout out to Demon Phil. Is this like the 100th episode? Is that what's happening here?
This
Yeah.
is the after party, right?
Show, yes.
It's the after party. For
Yeah,
the
this
hell
is
of
the
a
after
show.
party. Yes.
Tom Hutchinson, where are you?
Yeah, we just had the 100th episode. Just went on. We just finished that one. I got it into my party dress, and now here we are.
I literally just was looking up Tom Hutchinson on Twitter and couldn't figure out if he was on there or not. There were way too many.
Send him the link on Facebook.
Yeah, he's a Facebook dweller.
Yeah, he will never see it on Twitter.
But yeah, 100 episodes. I mean, it's been uphill battle for a lot of it, but I'm gonna tell you, it's definitely worth it once you get to that point. It may not seem like a big milestone to quite a few people, but I will definitely tell you.
100 episodes that's too close to 2 years once a week.
I mean, like you
Yeah,
took a hiatus, but ever since you've come back, like you've been rolling pretty strong in your last few weeks, brother. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm putting the hashtag on there, back to basics, for a reason, because I need to go back to what started out with all this, which is doing the shows and doing the content that matters, and go ahead and get people involved and getting their name out there. And getting exposure.
Fucking money. How much money do you fucking want? I spent enough money today, Demon Phil. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
It's never enough.
don't forget, we had to mention a certain something because of Niobe.
why? What's going on because of Niobe?
And the competitions.
Huh? What's up?
Oh yeah,
He's out of the country.
yeah, that is true.
I don't understand. What's going on?
You go ahead and let him know.
We had contemplated just keeping the contests tonight to the U.S. only, but then we said it wouldn't be quite fair to you or anybody else up in Canada due to the cost of shipping. So when it comes to shipping U.S., no one will pay for shipping. We'll cover that. But when it's out of the U.S., if you win, we'll split it with you.
Yeah, you gotta do something because that shit ain't cheap.
Yeah.
No.
Split the cost of shipping so that neither one of us have to eat the full total.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
if
You
you
do
win
got
that
to
match-
pay for it, Max. Sorry.
yeah, if you win one of the prizes that we're giving away type thing, then we'll split that with you, so make sure you get it. Because I didn't want to have it where it was just locked down domestic only. Because my first thing I told her, I said, "Well, Larry's going to be there, so we got to make sure we have that somehow, some way."
Larry, we gotta rig it so Larry loses.
I already did all my shit. I feel like I won already.
He is screaming for it over there. Link.
I realized we put that in our private chat in the off air, and he was already out of there. So I was about ready to send it over to him.
I'm also still in recovery mode from New York Comic Con, so
I'll send him the link over, man.
Yeah, I was just
Still in
gonna
recovery
post it in
mode?
for me it was 5 days. Wednesday was load in, and this year they did it different. Normally we just drive up because I drive up in my car, so normally we just load in from the front of the Javits. But this time around they were offering free load in, but you had to go through the back of the Javits. Now, if anybody's not listening, or Demon Phil, if you're not familiar, the Jacob J. Javits Center here in New York City is massive. It's probably like it's at least 3 city blocks. It's just like multiple airplane hangars. It's just gigantic. And they have the underground basically for the load-in stuff, which is equally gigantic. Like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. In my sedan, 18-wheelers downstairs were just buzzing past me as if it was nothing. That's how big the inside of this place is. So, of course, everything got a little, FUBAR. and I ended up in the basement of the Java Center with everybody else trying to load in for 4 hours.
Jesus.
So yeah, so it just. But once we got up there, I set up my stuff and it was fine. But it killed a day. I wanted to be home by 3 o'clock. I didn't get home till 9, so I was just tired. And then we walked into Thursday, and Thursday and Friday in New York was. I tell the guys, I use the analogy. We were the 300 Spartans all around in a circle, and everybody else was the Persian army just dropping bombs on us and stuff. But hey, we're still here.
Huh.
It was a hell of a weekend.
And Sam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, no problem. If you
Turn
will,
off
go
my
ahead
ringer
and
before it-
share it out, because we actually have a contest going as well. So if you can share and tag, so I get that as well, then we'll put you in the drawing.
Now, what do you win in this said contest?
There you go. That's you.
All right. So for this first contest, it's for the sharing. And let me tell you the rules again one more time. Is you get basically you just have to share out the link and tag us. And it's one entry on Twitter, one entry on Facebook. So if you have both, you can actually get 2 entries. The prize we have a bag. It's a Comic Unity 2020 bag. Inside there will be a David Fought sticker with his logo on it. There's a Collectors Guild brace, like little rubber bracelet things. There is the Flesh of White graphic novel. We have the Belial comic issue #1, and that one is signed, as well as the Blue Coat Missionary issue 1, which is signed with COA. There is a Gorgon bookmark, a Lady Death wooden nickel, a Mary machine gun bookmark, and then print we have let me come through here, see. A Lilith and Mara print. There's a Lady Death mini standee, a Kara Nicole cosplay print.
What do you tag on Twitter?
At Dark Market, and it's
Okay. Dark Markets?
Dark Market.
The Dark Market, and dark is spelled with an E at the end.
Okay. The Dark.
In the darkest night.
I don't see it. The Dark Market or just Dark Market?
No, just Dark Market. No the at the beginning.
Okay, I got it. I found it. Done.
And that is the first prize package for.
So what do we got, Cheryl? Just a link to the YouTube video?
Yep.
Yep.
The
All right.
link for the YouTube video.
All right, I've done that on Facebook. I got 1 entry.
Yeah, the Facebook and the Twitter.
Me too.
I'll even go over to Jibber Jabber and put it up there. Look at that. Look at me go.
Nice.
You know what Jibber Jabber is, Demon Phil?
Yes, I do. I'm actually over there. Still trying to figure out my way around there, but yeah, I'm already in there and got a profile and everything.
Sam tagged me in a post.
What's your name over here? Dark something?
Should be Demon Phil.
Demon Phil. Demon.
D3MON. Yeah.
Yeah, when we set up the Twitter
Man.
account, we set it up more for our marketing side. So like Facebook has been banning if you push the Kickstarters too much and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Twitter doesn't seem to mind. We can spam the heck out of the Kickstarters over there and they don't care.
Twitter's
So
all about that, yeah.
we try to push it, as much as we can that way so we don't get so many soft bans and stuff for spamming and stuff. So we kind of use that for when we're sharing out. I mean, we still share via Facebook and stuff, but you guys know the drill. You got to be careful how many times you share, how many groups you share to. There's so many limits, but Twitter doesn't limit how many times we can post out there your stuff. So
now, are you also like broadcasting on Facebook right now?
Trying to, but even though we have the copyright release for the song and the intro, because it's a name brand one, because it's a major song, Facebook kicks it, blocks us, takes us down, and will quite often not put us back up until our live is over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's known or not. I took music from my band and used it, and it got hit on Facebook. So it's like, hold it. I know nobody else owns the rights to this, man.
Yeah, so
So we even have the copyright release in the embedded in the video and everything,
Yeah.
and Facebook still takes us down.
Yeah, I always have to send my copyright release information to them when they send me my little, you got dinged for copyright. And I'm like, nope, here's the freaking license.
well,
I
they always
copy and
pop us.
paste it into the thing,
Yeah,
and
they
then,
always pop us, but they always go ahead and release it. But it's a
yeah,
matter of sometimes it's 5 minutes,
hours
sometimes
later,
it's an
they
hour.
release it when it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Exactly. It just goes through the bots on there, and sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. It just depends on how long they're going to take on it.
All right, we got 1 minute left before I stop the clock for the shares.
1 minute.
I got you on all 3 platforms.
Uh,
I'm gonna win. It's gonna cost $50 to send it to me.
6.
Are you winning? Did you get your tiger blood, man?
I'm a winner, though.
You know, that's one thing we didn't do today, and that was set up the wheels for spinning.
I get her here.
Oh, do you?
Ha ha ha.
Okay.
Vanna?
Mhm.
Vanna, do you have the wheel?
How did you know?
Okay, so we can type it in while when I go look it up to see who all.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And I will look at who tagged and everything when I go after I put these last bit of tags up.
Yep.
I'm about halfway through my list. Most people aren't on Twitter, but I'm catching the ones that are. I'm putting the name in the search, and if your name comes up right away, you're getting tagged. If not, I'm not hunting for you.
That's fair.
I'm going to assume that this is the Keith Garvey. No.
No.
No. Okay. So, nope, not going to go hunt that person down either. They're
So-
either not on or there's too many of them.
We're almost to the point where the sharing thing is out of time on there. So I want to go ahead and ask the question: is I think everybody that's on here right now has been a guest on my show.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and go around and ask, what was your experience whenever you were on the show? And then we're going to ask another question after that's done, but I'm going to go ahead and go around and get that one first. So we'll start with Niobe there. Go ahead and start with you on what was your experience with
It was fucking horrible, man. No, I mean, I've said it. I'll say it again. You're the Johnny Car. Well, I don't know about right now with this getup you got on.
Question war costumes. Question war costumes.
He's
You
the
would have been better off dressed as a chicken.
J. Edgar Hoover. The J. Edgar Hoover of comic book.
There you go.
Like the Johnny Carson of late night comic book talk shows, dude. You're not like us at all, like
That's a high compliment. Right
we're,
there.
we're like the Howard Stern Adult Swim late night comic book show. You actually bring a little class and dignity to it, which we don't have.
That
class?
is until he does something that I
Yeah.
talk him into
Yeah.
because he loves me.
Yeah. Class and dignity. That's what I'm all about.
Class and dignity. C&D, brother. C&D. Cease and desist.
Well, I was on the show, and this dude Phil was a real dick.
Other
But
Phil?
I had
No.
nothing to do with it, man. It was
other than that, to be honest with you, I like your show because it's not like everyone else's show. I was talking to someone about this today, that I don't like these shows that you just come on and it's just a straight show stream where you go over a Kickstarter and that's it. And then that's the show. I like yours because you actually sit down, you chat with the person, you get to know them. Sure, you still go over their Kickstarter a little bit, but it's not the focus of the show. The focus of the show is interviewing the creator.
Exactly. And I will say, I'm going to give credit on this one right here. This one sitting right next to me, she's the reason that has changed up so significantly in the shows, because she's looking at it from someone who is outside of the industry and doesn't understand a lot of these things. She wants to become a fan of everything that's going on. But if my show is, constantly a 2 a.m. infomercial, she's not a fan of that. She's a fan of getting to know, that Max is not actually a robot, that he's actually a human person and actually has to sleep every once in a while. Not very long, but
Not very long.
Only
I'm like
when
an
it's on
elf.
on
streaming.
camera a little
Sometimes
bit.
he'll do it on stream for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm like
too.
an elf. I sleep for 4 hours a night.
But yeah, she's the reason that I changed that up. So I will give her props on that one. Pete, what about you?
Okay, it's funny because I'm in two worlds here. Again, I think professional, welcoming, because frankly, the first couple times was a while ago. Like we were under quarantine, I think,
Yep.
and you had no idea who I was, and I was just happy to be there. And I'm just a freelance underground artist. I'm not Sonopa Publishing. I'm not Niobe. I'm not Atrocity Press. I'm not, published or any of that shit. I mean, I guess I am now, but I'm not. And you still treated me like everybody else. And I know the first couple times I was on, but there were some pretty well known indie names, and you still treated me like I was so like one of the guys, like one of them, which was really cool. And as a fan, I do appreciate that you get to have a conversation, you kind of shoot the shit instead of, well, what's your Kickstarter? How many dollars do you need? Okay, cool, next. I appreciate that because that's how I learned what I like when I want to be on a project. Obviously, when I want work, but I also know what I want to back. Like I'm not going to sit here and some guy's just talking for a half hour about how he needs $6 more to unlock, the part A stretch goal. I'm like, you know what? I don't. That's I'd have gone to business school if I wanted to hear that. You get people on your show that talk from the heart about, I love this. I drew this. I was bleeding when I drew this. I was in the car, on the train. I was doing you get the passion, the human side of it, and I dig it. So that's why I'm a fan. That's why I got your back.
Oh, I certainly
Speaking
appreciate that.
Speaking of how needing money, $267 are available until Human Hunters 2 is funded.
Woohoo!
And that's not just opening a stretch goal. That does open a stretch goal, but it funds the book. And
Are
that's
you a boomer? Are you a boomer? Boom!
Well, while we're sitting here talking about money, if anybody knows someone that may have kids old enough to go to prom or homecoming, stuff like that, Bill and I are getting married, and we're registered with David's Bridal for their to try and win their honeymoon package.
Oh, cool.
And so if we share out our discount card to anybody who's buying formal wear, they can go to David's Bridal and get, I think it's $20 to $50 off depending on what you buy. And it goes for accessories and everything. And it's a $1.50 spent.
Oh,
So
nice.
and when we get to a certain number of points, we get to cash those points in for a free honeymoon.
Sweet.
So
nice.
we are when we can share it out to anybody we want who wants to use that discount card if you know someone who's buying formal wear.
My sister's on her honeymoon right now. She's torturing Mickey.
We're talking about money and Kickstarters, and I just throw that out there and share it.
Mhm.
And keep in mind too that she still wants to marry me, even though I look like this tonight. So that's saying something about her right
You
there.
look like this because it's my doing.
It is your
You're up
doing.
to it.
I think I speak for all of us when we ask her, where do you buy your edibles?
You can't ask that. You can't ask that question in your state, Sam.
Yeah, that's true. I can't ask that here in Kentucky because I don't partake. But I'm sure Max,
Allegedly. Use allegedly in your
Max needs to
fine.
know. No, I really don't. You can drug test me.
No edibles here.
Yeah.
Phil, what about you?
What'd I do?
Exactly.
Exactly.
What was your experience whenever you were on the show?
Oh, it was always good. You kept it balanced. I like your rules that don't bring crap into it. No political talk, no religious talk. And those are way up on my list of how I feel shows should run. Keep it running smooth. You keep it light. You keep it fun, man. And it's all good except when that Larry guy's on here,
He's all, America needs to be a theocracy. Breaks all the rules in one shot.
House Niobe, motherfuckers. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, hey, Sam, you're up.
For me, it was we spent actually quite a bit of our time talking about different business aspects. We had a pretty in-depth discussion on distribution, getting into shops, the cost effectiveness of economies of scale, that kind of thing. So it was a good solid conversation in an area that not a lot of people were really, really willing to engage in. which I mean I appreciate. We had some decent interactions with the handful of people who were in the audience that night, and who knows, we may have actually helped someone to actually make some money on their own project.
Yeah.
I call
Exactly.
that a win.
Exactly. And that's the way that whenever I first started doing the shows and everything, it was all about, if I could get one person to support, a certain Kickstarter, or if I could get one person to share it out, or if I could get one person to work with another person on a collaborative project, that was coming up or something. These were always wins that I looked at, with my shows. And that's what I'm getting back to, is I want to get back to those, those small wins that they start growing, that I start seeing how they grow over, 2-3 years now, because it's been a little over 3 years since I've been doing this. And I've already seen the seeds of some of those that have grown up quite a bit, which is pretty cool. But it's about just kind of, having fun with it and getting the word out. But the main thing is I want to do it where it's not a cookie cutter format. I don't want to have it, where it's the same questions every single time. So yes, I'll go research and watch other shows to see how other hosts are doing things, because I want to make sure I don't ask the same questions whenever I have my guest on there. And it does make a difference, because by the time we're done, I have yet to have one of my guests that'll wait until after, the outro is done and come in there and say, yeah, you should quit doing this and never turn back again. They're usually like, I can't wait to be back on the show, which is always, I consider that a win as well.
I memorized like 4 or 5 jokes, and I never get to use them on this show because we don't go over my Kickstarter, and you don't set it up.
But you're a vegan.
You're a vegan, Mitch.
But
I was just working on that page the other day.
It's just that I want to make sure that the guests that I've always had on and that I will have on in the future always have their time up there to talk about whatever they're going to talk about. But we can also go ahead and stray off of the selling factor of it and go into the whole passion, why they do this, what fuels them on this. And just like the show that I just finished earlier this evening, just a while ago, I wanted to make sure they had their time. I could have easily come up here and combined the two shows together. 100 Milestone, this show. We've got Rob Malturi and Mog Park up here, and we're going to have the celebration show with it. I don't want to do that because that takes away from their time at that point. So I gave them their hour and gave them their time up here. We had a blast talking, got a lot of information out there. And then we were able to have the celebration, goof around, and have some fun afterwards.
So what news coming out from Mog Park?
Other than working on Snowpaw 2, I mean, she's doing the interiors for that one, and then she's already been signed on for Snowpaw 3. He's already got it locked in there.
Nice.
And she hasn't said anything else. She said that I mentioned about her Sunday show, and she said she hasn't been doing it for a while. She needs to come back to it, but she's got a lot going on right now. So
Yeah,
I know I haven't seen her online as much. So seeing her tonight.
that's what I was saying. I haven't seen her in a minute, so I was going to see what she's been up to. But I missed the show earlier.
I know they were dealing with some personal issues that they dealt with about a month ago. So they've been kind of still trying to figure out all that stuff. But I don't know when she's coming back and doing the shows and everything. But like I said, it was good to see her at least on the show and be able to talk to her and
Oh, yeah.
she was laughing and having a good time. So she was doing pretty good.
Well, good.
And again, that's always a win whenever you can get your guests to start laughing. And I try to do that pretty much almost every single show, don't I?
Oh yeah.
You can definitely tell that's Mary Pete. From the distance, you can
Sure
tell.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Pete went be right back. He said that earlier in the private chat. So, Larry, I noticed that you're posting some stuff up there about the next Niobe coming out. It's going to be coming out in January, I think is what you were saying.
No, it won't be that early. Probably more like March.
Okay, but that'll be number 2.
Will be Outbreak number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just getting covers started on those now. While I sort of polish up and finish the script, I'll probably hand that off to Juan. Probably about a few weeks from now, sort of thing to start on it.
Nice.
I mean, really, the main thing right now is getting ready to fulfill Outbreak 1.
Yep.
So I how do I turn into a ball?
Are you playing Switch right now, Larry?
Yeah. But
Ah.
it's all about trying to Russ Cassie's got the files. He's getting those ready for print for Comics Wellspring. Then I'll send off a big order, and we'll start mailing books. And then after that, it's full-fledged on to Outbreak number 2.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'll show you some stuff there a little later after you interrogate the rest of the boys.
No, that's good. And now, do you fulfill directly yourself, or do you go through Comics Wellspring and let them fulfill?
No, I do it myself. I mean, because I got books to sign, and some of the tchotchkes come from other spots, and I want to send everything together. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And there's something just that makes you feel more comfortable when you do it yourself, so that you're packing everything the way you like it.
There's lots of horror stories of comics being folded up in the mail and coming all jacked up. And if there's a problem, I want to be able to look in the mirror and know who it is that the blame, right?
Yep.
I don't want hire a fulfillment company or have Comics Wellspring do it. I'm not saying they do a shitty job. I don't know, but I don't want to hire someone or outsource that, and then next thing you know, everything is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. Definitely get that. You want to start putting them in there?
It's an extra work, but
I
get
real quick, and then I'll do it. I'm almost done.
Okay.
it's a little extra
some of
work.
the tweet, and then I'll start looking up and putting them in.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna finish up with this tweet, and then she's gonna put y'all's names in here for the wheel, so we can see who wins this bad boy.
Wheel of Doom.
Well, I was going to say maybe stretch it out a little longer so you can get a couple more guests in here, but
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Is see if we get.
Well, I mean, the sharing part of it, we wanted to do the first 15 minutes in the share.
Well, actually, we originally said we would do the wheel at the end for both prizes.
Did I win?
Yeah.
he just came for the prize. You know what I mean?
Well, if he wants a shot at the grand prize, he's got to stay all the way till the end.
Oh,
I work tomorrow. I doubt that's happening. Sorry. I got to go sling breadsticks.
Can you imagine? Pete, this big time New York Comic Con artist, and he's still slinging breadsticks, man.
I don't need this shit. I just sold 100 paintings.
Do you know how expensive it is to live out here?
Oh yeah.
Good
Pete,
Lord.
how'd the con go? How'd you do on it?
Absolutely fantastic. Now, our studio, Fat Guy Inc., we have a corner vendor's booth on the main floor. We're not in Artist Alley because we both agreed for a show that big, we just don't belong in Artist Alley. It's just, I shouldn't be sitting next to Jim Lee and shit like that. You know what I mean? But we went prepared. We joke. We went heavy. Fat Guy Inc., we went heavy. But I brought about 125 little canvases. Do I have one hanging out here? I do. They're about this size, 6 inch by 6 inch.
Yeah.
My partner, he had about 200 his canvases. He does the 2x4, 4x4, the little mini ones.
Yeah.
So he does those. I have a wall of prints, and I had a commission. The guy saw the commission list. It's about 2 miles long. I came home. I went with 125. I came home with about 20. So, and then he came home with about 30. So it was when I tell you Thursday and Friday, we were just huddled. At one point Friday, we looked at each other because my intern and our assistant they were off doing other stuff. So I looked at him. I was like, wow, man, I'm hungry. He's like, yeah, it's got to be close to like 3 or 4. Well, when they come back, we'll go grab something to eat. I'm like, awesome, cool. And I just checked my phone, and it's 11:30. Con opened it. Con started at 9. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna die. But yeah, we got beat up pretty good. We were very busy, sold a lot of stuff, but got a lot of word out for the studio. Got a lot of word out. I did a bunch of sketch covers there, and one of them happened to be Mr. Sam Quinton Sinopa Publishing's Reign of Ages. I keep the book out. Like I have blanks of Niobe. I have blanks of Reign. So I keep the original out there. Like I use the trade for Niobe, and I use the first cover of Reign of Ages. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I tell them, and they go, oh, well, how do I get some of that? I was like, I give them the link to the guys, but then I say, I can draw you a cover. And then one guy was like, oh, it's very heavy metal. Hey, could you draw something heavy metal? I'm like, yes. Yes, I can. So, and I've actually done like 3 or 4 Reign of Ages covers like that. Then the other thing that we did a lot, one of I don't have it with me. I mean, is it possible to share something?
Oh, absolutely.
I have a print. The guys have seen this ad nauseum, so I'm I have a print. It's called Attack on Cook. Attack on Cookie. If you've ever seen the anime or read the manga Attack on Titan, it's that mashed up with I'm trying to find it. Sorry, I didn't. It's that mashed up with Sesame Street, right?
Hmm.
So there's a scene in the anime which is called the Colossal Titan, this big monster coming over a wall to attack, and one of the heroes is sitting there ready to fight, and blah blah blah. I'm sharing it now. I'm sorry, I couldn't find it. I moved everything to a hard drive because this laptop was dying. So
I just did that myself.
yeah, it's crazy. So this is one of my more popular pieces. I drew the original about 10 years ago, right when the anime came out. It's been a fan favorite. Now, a buddy of mine who happens to be an indie writer, his name is Jay Hewer. Right now, his work of he pushes. He's on the book Carriers right now, the Pigeon book,
Uh-huh.
like the Pigeon Avengers. He's like, oh, I want to write it. He's local. We're both Long Island guys. So he's like, oh, I want to write a short story. He ended up writing a comic book about this. So we were like, okay. Right when he wrote the book, I was in a really bad place with my art, and was doing my own book, self-publishing and stuff, and I hated it. The art wasn't good. The sequential work just wasn't good. So I stopped doing it, and I put this on the back burner. But I didn't just do that. I also went back to school, literally. I took some online classes, storyboarding and things like that, and I really worked on my sequentials and was working on them and waiting for an opportunity to do this. And then when I started talking about this piece and this book that we had written, the script is done, Larry, Max, and Sam, and Phil all turned around and said, bro, you got to do that. We'll help you.
Yep.
And I'm happy to say that in the spring, I will be launching a crowdfunding campaign for Attack on Cookie, the satirical parody. And I was telling fans about it, and then like, oh, what's this? What's this? I was like, listen, this is basically I'm developing the elevator pitch at this point. I was like, in the world of Attack on Titan, the humans end up behind the walls to protect themselves from these monsters. Well, in the world of Attack on Cookie, the humans had to had to rush and hide behind the walls because of their lust for fossil fuels. And now there's only one fossil fuel left, and they have to go out and wander outside the walls, explore outside the walls to get it. But unfortunately, this fossil fuel is controlled by these monsters, and that fossil fuel happens to be sesame oil. Sesame Street, sesame oil. So that's the cook for the book, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, yes!" I got a shit ton of follows on the Instagram because that's usually my Twitch and Instagram are my main profile, my main social media outlets. So I'll be pretty soon. Character design is done. I changed the monsters enough, and I changed everything about the Attack on Titan side of it, so that we fit within the satire parody kind of thing. So we are well within the Weird Al Yankovic laws for this. So we'll be able to produce the book and avoid the dreaded Mickey Mouse cease and desist letter. So we're very
those Disney lawyers, man.
If it's Disney anything, they're going to do it. But
That's
Disney
why I don't.
doesn't own. Disney does not own. Sesame Street.
HBO. Yeah, HBO owns it. Warner Brothers. It was actually funny. I told you guys. I don't know if everybody heard. So this happened once before, a couple of years ago, just for the print. But it happened again this New York Comic Con. I shouldn't have been surprised. A young lady. I thought she was a Muppet fan. She had a big Cookie Monster lanyard, and she had an Oscar the Grouch T-shirt. And she comes over. She sees the print. Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh, that's such a great idea. What a great idea for a mashup. So I tell her the whole thing about it being a book, and she goes, "How are you going to get away with that without us suing you?" I'm like, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Yeah, I work for Sesame Street."
Wow.
I'm like, shit, game over. So she goes, "Tell me more." So I'm like, you know what? At this point, might as well. So I start talking to her about it, and I explain it exactly the way I explained it to you guys. You know, Weird Al satirical parody. It's got nothing to do with Muppets. The Muppets won't look like the Muppets for the most part. The Attack on Titan world has been completely changed. Really, the only thing recognizable is possibly the jackets and the walls. Other than that, you know, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun. You did it. You made a mash. You made a Muppet mashup." And I'm like, "Wait till you hear some of the other ideas we have." So she's down. She's in. She said it was okay. I mean, she could have just been, like a camera person or something, whatever. She's probably not an executive, but scared the shit out of me. Scared the living hell out of me. But she liked it. She's happy. And everybody else, the reaction so far have been pretty good. And people ask why in the spring. I'm penciled in to be at Anime Boston in April. Anime Boston is a big anime show here on the East Coast. It's like number 3, probably the 3rd biggest anime show behind Otakon. Actually, the 4th biggest anime show behind Otakon, Katsucon, and Anime NYC, where I'll be next month. So I figured that'd be a great time to be crowdfunding a book like this at an anime show.
Yep, that's a good idea.
So I have plans. I really do, guys. I just, I really do have plans. So I'll take this off. So I'll stop being
important plans.
Important plans. So we're excited, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And the good news is I have these 4 gentlemen to help me not screw it up too bad. So should be all right.
Well, speaking of cons, I don't know if y'all caught the announcement earlier, right before my show, but Tim Ingram made an announcement on there about the con that he's going to have next year, August 19th, 2023. And it's his first con that he's going to be running. He's already got a team over there, running it and all. And it'll be the first con where Demon Phil and Lady Trish will actually be featured guests there.
Tim, isn't he the guy that popped in the Atrocity show last night in the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I talked to him a little bit about going to his show. I mean, I haven't made anything specific or locked anything in or anything. None of the money's exchanged hands or anything, and I don't know exactly what our space would be or anything like that, but we talked about it a little bit.
Okay. I have finally tagged the rest.
There's a pop in the background.
Actually, here, you can go ahead and ask him yourself because Tim Ingram is here.
Oh, what's
There
up?
you go.
Oh,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Look at this.
Okay.
Mr. Ingram, how are you?
We just left Extreme Fight World Dojo Wars. We're actually in the car on our way home.
Nice.
on your way home.
Now, do you have the mask on because you don't want to show us your true identity?
He's on his way home, and Mad Max is closing in close behind him there, man.
No, this is just my gimmick. We, with the announcement and us working with Extreme Fight World, whenever we go, me and the green guy always show up in character.
It's just a little hard to hear you sometimes.
I do apologize about that.
Yeah, it's just.
Is that what that? It reminds me of the Immortum Joe mask.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us about this convention.
Okay, so you guys can hear me better. Collector's Con is a joint collaboration between myself, my company, Lost Hope Entertainment, and Extreme Fight World. We sat down and we really looked at it between me and the owner, and we started thinking, Cleveland only has so many cons, and a lot of it does center around what was Wizard World, and nobody's really tapping in using the wrestling. And with Extreme Fight World being an up-and-coming company, us up-and-coming, it just seemed like it just made sense to us, especially with the connections that we have with the Neo Sports plant through Extreme Fight World. And you always want to try to help out the community, and that's really what Collector's Con is going to be about. Like, I really want to get back to the core of collecting, what we had fun doing. Everything anymore is just everybody wants the keys, everybody wants this. No, like, let's just put it all under one roof, video games, action figures, comic books, and let's just have fun. And then at the end of the con, there's going to be a wrestling event.
Oh, sweet.
It's me versus other Phil in a Hell in a Cell match.
Well, one of the things that is rumored is the green guy who has a tendency to harass me constantly is going to choose a wrestler, and I'm going to choose a wrestler to represent me, and we're going to have a yearly competition between the two of us.
All right.
It's Survivor Series.
There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna claim Pete is my tag team partner. Pete, we need to get those sumo belts, and we'll be the Sumo Brothers.
But no,
No
we've
one
got
wants
a
to
really
see that.
We will be the sexiest fuckers around.
there you go. There's your tag team name right there.
The sexy sumo brothers.
There you go.
So
But
when-
no,
what-
I've been really lucky to have a couple artists that I've come up with when I started introducing my comic book around. Richard Jones III and Adam Fields were both coming up, and they've already committed to us. Phil with Dark Entertainment, he's committed to coming already, and we have a couple of local vendors that are already committed. So we've gotten really lucky with the startup. Also, the one thing that I didn't mention in my live video that we're doing that as far as I know, no one else is doing, we're having 2 live D&D games going all day.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Date and location.
Where is the
Date-
day of it?
date and
Location?
Date and location for the show.
When and where?
When and where?
It's going to be at the Neo Sports Plant in Euclid, Ohio.
Oh, okay,
okay.
that's not far. That's only 8 hours for me. Right across Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, I'm going to have to sign off here, though. I just got hit with like a 2% battery on my phone.
Okay.
So I will definitely catch up with you. Oh, hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm here with you guys now. So
What was the date for the show?
8/19/2023.
And where at?
Neo Sports Plant, Euclid, Ohio.
Euclid. What part of Ohio? What area of Ohio?
Euclid.
That's right outside Cleveland.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I lived out there
Suburb.
I lived out there for 6 months 1 year.
That
When
one's
I was out of
doable
work.
for me. That's like probably, like I always say, it's like 2.5, 3 hours.
Fuck, everyone can go
you're-
but me, damn it. He asked me, I'm like, dude, I'm way up in Canada, man. You know that, right?
I invited my my actual interior artist, Greg, and he said the same thing. He wanted to come so bad, but he can't travel from Canada.
I mean, I could travel. There's just no money. You know what I mean? Like, it's expensive to go down to the States and then find a hotel and food. And
Well, before COVID, I was doing a solid 40 shows a year, and I love being out in Ohio and stuff like that. So I would love if you have a link or something where I could check out vendor tables, artist alley tables, whatever, and definitely share the hell out of that.
Same.
Oh, definitely. All that information is coming Monday.
Okay, sick. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
You can get my information from Phil and message me, and I can have that information to you or any of you guys tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it,
definitely.
love it, yeah.
We're trying to put together our con schedule for
Yeah,
some open
I'm
publishing.
already. Yeah, I'm already booking. I've already started. Like, we just paid for New York next year, so yeah, we're already booking. Yeah, we're booking. That's how you stay at New York Comic Con. That's how you stay at a big show. You pay for it before the show's over. But yeah, we're already booking. I'm already half booked for 2023. So
Nice.
I definitely
And that
want.
would,
New York Comic Con, everyone's like, "Did you make table?" And I'm like, "Dude, if you want to be there next year, you better make double table,
Yeah.
right.
so you
Well,
can
we're
pay
all-
for your shit." You can
That's
buy
the one thing that
exactly.
I'm going to start. Oh, sorry. That's the one thing that I'm going to start doing next year is I'm starting to travel. We have plans to go to we're either going to do C2E2 as guests, or we're going to go to New York Comic Con.
C2E2 is so much fun. I'm local for New York. I was just there. Were you going to like a table or as like a fan?
So when I first started out here in Cleveland, it was really hard to get a table. So I actually did the whole old like band thing where I was selling everything out of my book bag.
Okay. Well, if
So
you're
really,
going-
so the foot to ground method for me is like one of my staples. So we're really thinking about going as a guest and just doing the foot to ground sales as we walk around. Because
well,
I've never been to New York and I've never been to Chicago.
C2E2 is a smaller version of New York. New York is a big show. Wear comfortable shoes. But I will definitely stay in contact with me because tickets because you have to verify and a whole bunch of hoops you got to jump through to be able to get a ticket, and that usually starts in the spring.
Yeah.
And then if you don't jump on that in the spring, you're shit out of luck. So for New
Right.
York, anyway.
I don't know what the New York laws are, but be careful doing that. Sell it from your bag stuff in Chicago, because if they catch you, then you're not paying Chicago city tax, and they
Right,
will
yeah.
hammer your ass.
We just need them from your Facebook page.
Okay, I appreciate
and
that.
definitely, And definitely don't do that in the Kentucky cons, because most of them make you confirm your tax ID number here because of the sales tax laws here. And the Kentucky Revenue Cabinet will fine you $1,000 straight up if they don't think you're paying your sales tax here.
Well, I'll tell you this much: at New York, I've seen people do it, but it's definitely frowned upon by the con. So number one, if you get caught doing it, you'll definitely never, like if you apply for a table or even a badge, like a ticket to be a fan, you won't get it if you've already been busted doing that, because I've seen it. So be careful with that. But I don't know about the taxes. I pay my taxes on my own, so whatever. Because I've never sold out of the bag, so I don't know. But I would definitely be careful of it at New York, because also forget getting in trouble by the con and stuff like that. Vendors, and especially in Artist Alley, super frowned upon. And yeah.
Well, when we do it, we actually with the company and everything, we keep track and everything because we pay our taxes here in Ohio. We have to with the company because everything for us is under that. So.
Well, what we're saying is that
it's frowned upon.
If you don't have a table, you look. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you do whatever you want, okay? But I'm just saying it's frowned upon because you're not supposed to do it, and it could get you on some lists.
Right. Worst case scenario, we just leave the stuff at home. We'll just hand out flyers or little cards.
That's more than welcome.
There's nothing wrong with giving out an ash can either. So
yep,
like,
exactly.
If you want to just give out a 6-10 page example of your book, I don't know how long your book is, but
fuck, I turn into Max.
You could always give out. You could always give out some example books.
I've seen somebody with like a sample book, and they're handing them out, basically handing out a sample book. And this is for any con, if anybody's listening, a sample book with your information in it. So, hey, here's a sample of the first 5 pages of my book, and the last page is where you can contact me.
Yep.
People hand those out as resumes to the artists at Artist Alley. So, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things. When we go to C2E2, I was thinking about doing just a print run of Mary Machine Gun. That's like 500 copies of Mary Reloaded. And just start handing them out.
Oh, yeah.
First we're there, just walk around. I mean, I know it's more difficult to give away comic books at a comic book convention than you think it would be.
No, it is. Even when we were handing out business cards and like little postcards with the list of the comics on it, people would just kind of look at us like, "What are you doing?"
Toss that shit away, fucking. I'm like, come on, if you're just going to throw my book away, just don't take it.
It's why I stopped making business cards. It's why I make those quad flyers.
Yeah.
Reminds me of days of handing out band flyers.
Yep, that's it. Right? Yep, that's it.
That's what we used to do back in the day here, is just hang out at the concert club and hand out CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. Where the shit is...
Hey, Tim, since I got you on here, I asked the guys earlier, go ahead and let me know what your experience was whenever I had you on as a guest on the show.
By far, it was fun. Like, that was the main thing, like, that I took away from it. Like, it was just a blast. And it was really easy to talk with you. Like, it was just like talking to a friend. Like, literally, you acknowledged the last time we did it, the last one that we didn't even know that 45 minutes to an hour went by.
Exactly.
Like, it was a lot of fun, and that's why, like, I suggest the guys that I do to come chat with you.
Very cool, and I definitely appreciate that too.
Hey, that's always the best sign of conversation, when you think it's been 5 minutes and it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing that I'm trying to do with the shows, as opposed to what I was doing back in whenever I first started, because they were 2 hours easy. So I'm trying to switch it over to where now it's an hour or maybe less, But sometimes, like like Tim said, he and I were talking, and all of a sudden it was like, man, I can keep you on here all night, but we got to go ahead and shut this thing down.
Yeah, it was like we did the launch for Human Hunters yesterday,
Yep.
and Atrocity Press Live is usually an hour long. That's
Yeah.
as long as we usually do it. But it was like we were like an hour and 40 minutes into it, and I get a message from Johnny. I'm like, how? He's like, how long are we going? I'm like, I don't
Till
know.
the wheels come off.
Like until we're done.
We made like what, 2.5 hours, a little bit over that.
Yeah, it was about 2.5 hours. That's the longest Atrocity Press Live there's ever been.
That was
And
an hour and a
Larry-
half. That is an hour and a half past when you said, "Okay, I think we're going to be wrapping it up." And then-
Yep. That's the Midwest for you right there. You gotta say, hey, I want to wrap it up about 4 or 5 times before you actually start wrapping it up.
Is that a Midwest thing, man? I
Yep.
think you're right, man. Now that you say that.
Well, I better get going. And then you sit down, you talk for a little bit more. That's the preliminary. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go soon. And then the second one, you're like, hey, I really should get going. And that's it's actually getting close to time to go. And then the third one is, hey, I gotta go. And you get up and you head out to the door, and the person walks you to the door, and you chat along the way, and then you start bullshitting at the door, and you're like, man, I really gotta go. If I stay here any longer, I'm gonna get in trouble.
That reminds me
Man,
of
I feel
gig
really
nights.
called out right now.
That's like
Yeah.
that.
Then
That feels
they'll walk you out to your car, and you fucking bullshit on the way out to the car, and you bullshit in the car, and you're like, all right, I seriously gotta go. All right, peace out.
And then you're
That's
speeding
the-
like hell to get home because you're like,
Yep.
fuck, I'm late.
Those are the 5. Those are the 5 goodbyes of the Midwesterner.
It's been great having the shows over the years, and I've had some amazing guests, be on the shows, and some amazing experiences that we've gone through. Times that
remember
I've
that time in
laughed to the point of
TJ
tears.
when we were shooting live and you had to pick a fight with the federales and I had to run across the border? Good times, Phil. Good times. I'm never going to Mexico with you again, though.
Says all that.
Do what?
Do you want to let them know about demon says and the catchphrase, or
No, we don't ever know.
are you not going to do those today?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's been some really cool things that have happened, and some cool events and all. And whenever because Larry said earlier, I took a hiatus. I took a couple of them actually. Some of them were completely unavoidable. You can't get around those kind of things. And you notice whenever you come back, you start trying to. I tried too hard the first time to come back and make it the way that it was with certain people that I was hanging out with and everything, and it wasn't that way. And that's whenever I started noticing that the people who actually welcomed me back, those are the ones that I actually wanted to go ahead and be back with. Because those are the fans and the followers and the friends that have definitely stuck it out with me throughout everything on there, and I definitely appreciate that.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
But there's been a lot. It's been like I said, it's been a long road getting to this point, and 100 episodes has been fun. I've had some very interesting guests. I've had some fun guests. I've had some insane guests. I mean, it's been all over the place on the thing, and it's been a ride, big time. But you even know that some of the ones that I've got scheduled coming up, they're outside of the comic industry as well. So we're going to be shaking things up quite a bit moving forward.
So what was
Crypto,
your
guys.
what was your craziest moment of the last 100 episodes, Phil?
That's easy. Chuck Pano and Sean
How did I know
Barbour.
you were going to say that one?
Belial too, whenever Chuck gets on there 5 minutes before we go live, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm gonna snort hot sauce every time that we get a new backer or something."
Oh God, I remember that.
And then we go live, and I'm like, "What the hell just happened?" And then they damn near killed themselves doing that stuff on there. It was great.
I remember that
Oh, the
one.
comment when I watched it after I got with Phil, because I was going through some of his old shows, and I was watching that one, and all the comments of people egging him on, and
Well, I was doing a lot of that myself too.
Everybody was doing that one chip challenge, and then Then Chuck's like, here, hold my beer.
I know, right?
I think my one was hearing him say that when they finally announced that he was at a certain level, and someone had made a comment about he's gonna pop, what was it, 25 or 2,000 or something like that.
So he was
It was up
popping
there.
$3,000.
Yeah, so it was pretty up there. I think he was at 2,500, and he
Before
was like,
24 hours.
and
yeah.
he said, "There's no way I'm reaching 3,000." He put it out there that he was not going to reach 3,000, and he gave out a bigger challenge that if he did reach 3,000, he'd do this. And yeah, everybody went up their pledges and got more backers in just so they could see him do that.
And we damn near watched him puke.
He did actually.
We all watched that. Like,
he was off screen, but he didn't catch the audio. So if you go back and you watch it, it's on there.
Oh God.
Yeah. At least Sean, whenever Sean was doing all his stuff, and he kept turning the audio off because he was over there dying, and then he reached up and put his finger in his eye after. And it was like, no, dude. And he's over there, and his whole head looks like it's a scene out of Scanners or something, and sweat coming down and all, and then his eye looks like it's about to pop out, burnt red because he's got it all burning, and he's crying and got tears coming down, and he's like, "Man, this is the stupidest thing we've ever done, but we're having fun." And it's like, oh my God, this is great. So craziest, oh yeah, that is definitely the top of the list on that one for the shows.
All right.
Absolutely, that was. And like I said, for Chuck to get on there 5 minutes before we go live and just give me that information and then we go live, it was like, okay, so we're doing this. I mean, I had no idea how to run that thing or anything. It was just like, okay, it's on autopilot now. I'm just stuck here. But it's been cool because sometimes autopilot works, sometimes it doesn't.
That's the scary thing is like when you do something like that, like especially at the beginning of a campaign, if you've been putting the information out, it's like, look, at the beginning of this campaign on the first day, we're going to be on this show, and I'm going to be snorting hot sauce for every backer we get.
Yep.
People will definitely coming back on day one.
They will definitely come and try to kill you.
Even if they're going to pull their fucking pledge.
Did you have that happen?
No, I didn't have it happen, but I know what it's like to have pledges pulled.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I lost a big pledge last campaign. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just because they didn't have the money or what, but
I had to pay my bookie. Sorry.
He wanted to keep his legs, man.
Bookies need to eat too.
They pulled out and it hurt, but it was okay. We still did fine.
And just to be clear, everyone knows it wasn't me because I never pull out.
you do have 87 kids.
I know, right? Just so we're clear, we know it wasn't me. Herschel Walker, he's putting up those kid numbers.
Are you going to be joining us tomorrow for our After Dark episode?
Hang on, Sam. I just want to go ahead and bring up just real quick. We'll talk about that. But Sam, I just want to let you know, my eyes are up here. I'm telling you right now, the eyes are up here. Quit going there.
Hey man, it's the whole Japanese anime thing I've been going through. The maid outfit is really
just don't twirl your hair, man.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. You won't see me coming.
All right.
You won't.
Too far off topic, having fun. We had mentioned
he shoots you in the eye.
Meeting goals this past
From here.
I want to let you guys know what we've got planned for our goals coming up.
Yep.
Twitter, we got pleasantly surprised. We had kind of signed up last year. We set a goal we thought was going to be way too high up there to meet our first year. And then pretty much forgot about it. I didn't do any kind of follow drives or anything like that. We just I tweeted once in a while, shared out some campaigns on there and almost completely forgot about Twitter for a year. And then suddenly I get pinged that it's our anniversary and we were 4 people away from meeting our goal. And I'm going, yeah. So, then by the end of the day, we had not only met, but surpassed that goal. We are up to, I think it's like 200 and almost 240 people as followers.
Sweet.
So we're wanting to start Twitter Spaces.
to go along with our bringing back the unscripted, but making it revamped for the NSFW crowd. We want to have Twitter Spaces for that as well, because with Twitter being a little more open, we'll be able to, and then that way we can also use that as a platform for people who have those types of projects to have a safe space to come on and market them and talk about them, that kind of thing. But to get to that point, we need to have 600 followers. So our goal is to add 400 followers this next year, and so we can start up the Twitter Spaces by our 2nd anniversary.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. And at the rate of increase on here, it's not far off. So that can actually happen.
Especially if I do actually do a couple of campaigns for follow, you follow us, we'll follow you type thing. I'm pretty sure we can reach that goal within a year. And for YouTube, we're just aiming for what would we set the goal for YouTube? Was it
1?
1,000? I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
We're going to work on trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Not quite sure what we're planning on doing when we reach that milestone. That'll have to be determined. As for what we're going to do when we reach our Twitter goal, like I said, our goal is to reach Spaces. We are going to, once we get that, we are going to run a contest to where we're going to have all of you submit ideas for a name for the podcast and possible topics for what we can do within the NSFW crowd to make the show a little more unique. And you
really want to put that out on the internet?
Right.
Well,
what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up being the
say. We'll look at everybody's submissions. We'll have the final say. We'll pick a name for the show. We'll pick a topic, and then whoever's idea wins gets the prize.
I'm just saying, with the crowd that you got on here, the stuff that we can come up with alone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I got the name for you already. I know what the podcast needs to be named. You're going to be the Sexorcism podcast.
El Sexorcisto.
Sexorcism, yeah.
Save that for the entry comp for the.
It's going to be called the Chicken Coop.
Oh God.
He's going there. One second. No, let me go ahead and put that up there. Bring it up. I gotta go ahead and put it up there. No.
Big.
No. No. I knew it. Whenever I as soon as Larry he was like, "Yeah, I'll be on the show," I was like, "I gotta download some stuff real quick."
You're gonna get all the chickens ready.
Well, I've learned enough from Phil about you guys, and from what I've seen watching old shows and stuff. I figured you guys would have some pretty good ideas for names of shows and stuff, which is why I said you guys were the perfect group to send that little competition.
No, I'm the good one
Not
here.
only that, but after tomorrow night, you guys will have a lot more fodder to come up with, because you'll probably glean a little more about our private life after you've seen tomorrow's episode.
All I have to say is I got two things. One is phrasing, and second one is I'm the good one here. I'm the new kid.
Well, that's what I tell Phil all the time. He tries to convince everybody that I've corrupted him. He did the other way around. And we were complete opposites when we met. I was this church-going, quiet, never had read comics or done anything out of the order. He picks on me because I never went to movie theaters as a kid, didn't own a TV. Very just...
And now here you guys are with
he done
some role play going on and stuff there.
He done went and corrupted me.
Live on the internet.
When you don't have a TV and you don't watch movies and you don't read comic books, you got to come up with other things to do to fucking kill the time.
I read a lot of sci-fi novels.
Hey Phil, are you gonna be on still in about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, this gives me a chance. I gotta go find a charger and stuff, but I just got to the house.
Okay, that's cool.
read a lot of sci-fi novels. I was also in Star Trek. I was captain of the Star Trek club.
Oh, I thought you were
I
going to
was a
say you
big-
were
when
in
I said
Star
I was
Trek.
a nerd, I wasn't kidding. I was a big nerd, straight A student, never really got in trouble in the band. Yeah.
Who's your some of your favorite sci-fi authors?
Ultimately, J.R. Tolkien.
For
Yeah.
sci-fi?
He got,
That's more fantasy, yeah.
That's more
Sci-fi.
fantasy.
No, that's fantasy. You're right. Sci-fi, but no, that is my ultimate favorite author.
he got me
Um,
through high school.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, me too.
He got me
Or,
through
you
high
know,
school.
Tolkien's good. I don't like reading the way he writes. It's very,
It's
uh,
thick. He writes
yeah,
thick.
yeah.
He
I
writes,
like it till you get to
Now,
something like the Silmarillion. Then it's like, oh,
yeah,
yeah. No, well,
but
Tolkien. The way Tolkien writes, it's. Okay, you ever had like a biscuit? Then you've ever gone like deep south and had a biscuit where
okay.
it's where it's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. That's how he wrote. It was just layer upon layer upon layer. Yeah, and I hate to bring up the name, but the closest person right now is Martin. Where Martin will be writing this story right here. We're all having a stream, and he'll go into 60 pages of each of our side stories, and then
mhm.
5 chapters later he'll come back to this stream, just layers and layers and layers. That's how Tolkien wrote. So yeah, he saved my life in high school.
And I liked my favorite was David Eddings for fantasy, but for sci-fi stuff, Mercedes Lakey, I liked her a lot. Of
he's
course,
a good
Isaac
one.
Asimov,
Yeah,
Philip
Asimov,
K.
yeah.
Dick. Philip K. Dick was one of my favorite authors
Yeah.
of all time, just in general.
Mhm. For
It read-
sci-fi, I think for me, as a kid anyway, was E.C. Tubb.
Yeah, that too. Yep. Forgot about that.
It read like sci-fi, but I read a lot of Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
It may as well have been sci-fi.
Besides Tolkien for fantasy, I always liked Terry Brooks.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Terry
Weiss
Brooks
and
is good.
Hickman.
All the Discworld
Yeah.
stuff.
No,
All the
Terry Brooks. No, he was like Shannara and
Oh,
Wizard
okay.
of
That's
Art
Terry. I'm thinking
and
Terry.
shit
I'm
like
thinking Terry
that.
Pratchett. I'm thinking Terry Pratchett. He did
Right,
Discworld.
right. Yep.
But
See,
those
I'm
were good
I'm
too.
I'm really horrible with names. So I really can't quote a lot of names of authors I've read, and I've read a lot of books, but I can tell you the books I enjoyed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can quote the names of the books, but as for the names of the authors, I get them jumbled up, mixed up. I mean, there's the big ones like Tolkien and Stephen King and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to mix up. There's so major names out there, but
I do the same thing. Somebody had mentioned who said that. Who said Weiss? Yeah, I was going to say. I was trying to remember who did Dragonlance, man.
Yep, Weiss and Hickman, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I really like the Gunslinger books. I know those were Stephen King. I really like Thousand Leagues Under the Sea. Stuff like that.
As far as horror, I always liked Clive Barker more than
Yeah,
Stephen.
I like Clive Barker and Dean Koontz too. I used to read a lot of their books.
Yeah, I liked Dean Koontz's what was the name of those stories? It was about the kid that could like see dead people.
Odd Thomas.
Odd Thomas, yes, I like those books. Those were pretty good. They got weird towards the end, but the first two were pretty good. Let's see, have you read Stephen King's fantasy novel, The Red Dragon?
I have, and I know an interesting fact about that's not really well known. My mom used to be part of the Stephen King fan club, so she would get his books before they even hit the newsstand.
That's
and they would
fantastic.
come autographed, and all of them would have special forwards in them where he would give a small, interesting fact about how the book came to be, how he got the idea. Red Dragon actually came about as a bet with his wife. It was originally intended as a children's fairy tale. His wife
Jesus Christ.
and she had told him that his mind was too sick and twisted to ever write a children's storybook. So he decided to take her up on that and attempt to write one with a horrible failure in that department.
Yeah.
No. I disagree.
Like,
Horrible failure.
shit.
Because we got to see just an amazing performance by not only Edward Norton but Ray Fiennes in that movie. Because oh my God, I adore that movie, and
Yeah.
they're both so good. C. Thomas, what's his face, was good in that too.
Hal.
Yeah,
See Thomas
okay.
Hal.
Yeah, he was great in that movie too.
Wolverine.
But Red Dragon was supposed to be a children's novel. Did not turn out that way.
I'm glad it was a failure as a children's novel.
I
Thing
actually,
is, he has admitted that he's even attempting to still write children's novels in an attempt to prove his wife wrong, and he still keeps failing at it.
Well, at least he keeps trying. I respect that.
believe it or not, Clive Barker actually did a children's novel. He did The Thief of Always. That was pretty good. He did fantasy too. He kind of did dark fantasy. He had stuff like a Magica and Weave World. Those are both in like the dark fantasy realms.
Yeah, I
And
remember
of course,
Weeworld.
all his horse stuff outside of that. Yeah.
Now, if you're going to bring up Clive Barker, did y'all see the new Hellraiser?
Yep.
I did.
I did not.
Not yet,
We have the name of the wheel.
but you can talk about it. It won't spoil shit for me.
This is all
I
the
mean,
names.
I won't spoil it, but I'll say that
These are from
every
Sweden.
aspect of the movie, the acting is good, the lighting is good, the set design is great, the gore is good, everything is good except for the story is
One.
boring as shit.
Peter DeLuca,
I'm
Atrocity.
hearing wonderful things about about Halloween.
Publishing.
Halloween Ends.
Yeah, I'm hearing great things.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to tell you, it was the main stage for like the big events at New York Comic Con is massive. It's
Huh?
this big
Oh, yeah.
thing. I didn't get
It's
anywhere near there. Like I said, I need to get on the subway to get there.
And then
But the highlight was they did
Sam twice.
you got him in there twice.
Mhm.
All right, and then there's Wolfsbane and Kevin Joseph.
Honey Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
the main stage show. They had a Halloween panel,
But
and it was hosted by Drew Barrymore, which is really cool. So there's video of it. You can find it when she finally calls out Jamie Lee Curtis.
who's in the
Yeah.
car?
They said the room shook.
For the
Like
Yeah.
everybody went crazy for, and she was very emotional. She said she was very emotional about this movie and the
we're just gonna have everybody here who do it for the second
how
one.
she's
Are we just gonna choose two pit winners?
moved
Not
on
too
with this
bad.
character.
Not too bad for a character that she started out playing for. She got paid $3,000 to be in the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
And the only reason why she got the job is because of who her mom was.
See, the thing I always
she said that.
liked, though,
She
about
said
Mike
that.
Myers, that as it kept going on, it kind of lost me. I mean, I still liked it, but it lost me because I always liked the mystique of who Michael Myers was in those first movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Once
that's
they
kinda
wanted to
what
try
they
and
did, though.
explain a
It's
bunch
like-
of backstory and everything, I'm like, oh man, you're
Yeah.
ruining the creepiness, man.
yeah, they always do that shit. But the movies from it was Halloween 1, and then I don't remember if Halloween 2 is even in the canon anymore.
Yeah, 1 and 2
not.
are pretty much.
But then after that, I know that they're all cut out, and they start with Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis coming back, and
Right.
that starts the official canon timeline again.
The Rob Zombie Halloween.
Yeah, that shit was fucking terrible.
Yeah, but he's a creepy. He does direct a creepy. House of a Thousand
does.
Corpses was creepy as shit.
Okay, I gotta step in. I'm a fan of actually the first Rob Zombie Halloween.
He did.
No one's perfect, man.
That one was all right.
The thing I don't like about it is that he humanized Michael Myers as
Right.
a child.
He did.
Right.
And you don't need to humanize Michael Myers. He's an inhuman killing machine. Don't turn him into some
Yeah, like I said, you take away
I
too
don't
much
white.
once you
don't
start explaining too much of him.
I don't
turn
want to feel
into a
sorry for
white
him.
trash kid. You know, I mean, this isn't Dracula. It's not gothic horror. It's just
I
horror.
mean, it's like when you take the mask off a Scooby Doo villain. You know, it's still
Yeah.
it's just a person under the mask. You know.
Yeah.
The only time,
Yeah.
I will say this though, it worked it worked when we found because we found out it was his mom in the first movie. It works with Jason, knowing that he was just this shitty kid that got drowned, and that's why he kills campers. That kind of because that's all, but that's all they give you. They don't give you this whole, they don't try to psychoanalyze him. No, he was just this shitty kid, and he got bullied, and they drowned him. Okay, cool. And then Freddy, he was just really piece of shit child molester, and the parents got to him, and they burned him to death.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. That was the story. They didn't.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. They didn't really need to well, we need to know more about Freddy. What do you need to know? He was a child molester, and your parents burned him to death.
Yep.
That's it.
He was a
Nice
piece
and
of shit.
easy. Yeah.
Now, did they really explain that much to do in Friday the 13th with Jason? Because the first one, it was all his mom. It wasn't.
Well, we didn't know it was. We didn't know it was his mom. So in the second one, we found out that the first one was his mom, and we found out why it was his mom, because she was getting the revenge on the campers because they killed her son, and then, yeah.
I was going to say in the first one, he just had that. There was just the burlap over the head at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The bag with the hole.
Yeah. I did that for a Halloween costume one year. Somebody's like, "Oh, we were getting out of work. It was like midnight. I worked at restaurants. Oh, such and such is having a party, a Halloween party. Come in costume. You got to come in costume." I'm like, "She throws good parties, and her boyfriend has good grass. All right, cool. Let me see what I have in the car." So the place where I was working, I was in a shirt and tie and slack. It was all black for the restaurant. I had nothing. I had no costume. I had no costume. And then in the back seat, I guess I had done laundry and I forgot a pillowcase. So I just burned two holes in that motherfucker. Tied it. Sorry about the language. My bad. Tied it up, put it on my face, and walked in. People were like, "Who was that creepy big guy with that?" Like I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't come in. He knew everybody who knew me knew who I was, but all of their friends and like their parents and the family members that were there were like, "Who's the big creepy guy that's not talking?" And there's like smoke coming out of his eyes. I'm like, first off, that's medical. Okay. Secondly,
you can come up with random trivia questions, see if they can answer them.
All right, so
I think it's a cool idea for a costume.
it was.
I think that's pretty darn creative, Pete.
It was. Look, I was getting out of work. I was baked, and I wanted to get more baked.
Yeah, those last minute
Mission
parties. I
accomplished.
remember a few of those. It's like, hey, so and so's house. You got to come dressed in something. It's like, okay, what do I have? What can I MacGyver together really quick?
My buddy Mike came up with the better one. That same party, he turned around. He said, "Okay, cool." He found some sunglasses that were like a little bit too big for him. He had he put on a baseball cap on backwards that he had in his car. Then he took some rope and he took the clock that was hanging on the wall in the restaurant, tied the rope around it, put it around his neck, and said he was Flavor Flav.
There you go.
I'm like, wow. You just killed me, Mike. I hate you. Good costume.
Flavor Flav.
all right, we got the first drawing we're going to go ahead and do real quick. And this is for
you guys sharing out.
This is for sharing, yes. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. And who's it going to
No
be?
whammies. No whammies. No whammies.
No whammies.
I won.
Phil.
Yeah, no, it's other Phil. Yes, other Phil won. So other Phil won the sharing bundle there.
Oh, cool.
So make
Did
sure
you even share?
your address.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, unless I messed up.
I'm pretty sure he said that's awesome.
Well, I don't know. I've been juggling tabs and clicking links and dropping
You
links.
shared by accident.
Jeez.
Yeah, the other prize, and we can tell you what's in there. We had a second one prize package, a little bit bigger than this one. That was just a thank you for everybody who had been, came out tonight to celebrate with us. It was more of, we wouldn't have been here. Phil wouldn't have been here for 100 episodes if it wasn't for all of you guys either. You guys have been the guests and pretty much the meat of the shows. So this one was just more for a thank you. Before he spins, if you guys want to hear what's all in it, let me grab my notebook. For this one, We don't have the bag. I got to go to storage and get it, but the Naughty Fairy bags.
Oh, cool.
We have some of those, so it's going to come in a Naughty Fairy bag. We have a copy of St. Peter's Gate signed. Phil calls it the 3M package for Monty Michael Moore. It's got a coaster, a deck of playing cards, and a full-size sketchbook.
Sketchbook, yeah.
Wow.
There's a Steph Wilson lighter, a Changeling bookmark. We have a Miss Meow lanyard, a Lorenzo's print, a Fire Bitch print, a Lily print. We have Metal Shade print and a She print in there. So there's quite a few prints. There's a Garbage Man. I think it's like a paper doll thingy. You cut it out and you put it together. There's a Lady Death Ebass comic, a Sugar Pop NSFW pen. You tip the pen upside down and she undresses.
Yep.
And
wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
And then
exactly.
This one also has a signed issue, a signed #1 issue of Belial, and a signed #1 of the Blue Coat Missionary. So that one will also get a copy of those two as well, and that's what's in this one. But this one, you guys pretty much did. Oh, here we go. It said that they have to be present and active throughout the show. And then the other one we said was subscribe to YouTube, and most of them are already subscribed to our YouTube. So anybody who's not, just subscribe real quick. No.
What's up, Travis? Travis, do you want to go ahead and jump on here? Let me know if you do. And go ahead and get a share out there, and I'll go ahead and throw your name on the wheel as well. We're building that thing up since we're going ahead and giving some people some chances at some prizes on here tonight.
And Vanna will give it another spin.
Exactly. I didn't get dressed up for nothing.
And then we had planned to do some little trivia. We got 6 other tiny little packages. It's just a comic, a print, and 2 little pieces of swag in it. But we were going to throw out some trivia questions. That one we'll just put the name of the comic up on the wheel. And then whoever wins the trivia question gets to spin and see which comic they get.
Cool.
Sexy times.
Spinning wheel, turning round.
Sent the link to Travis. We'll see if he wants to jump on.
And you get a link, and you get a link, and you get a link.
Yeah,
Like
so
this,
everything
I could
for
use
these
a link.
prize packages was either comics out of Phil's personal collection, and things that people sent us for to put into for our drawings and stuff. So they were stuff people donated to us and stuff like that. So
yeah, we've had some very cool donations. So, and I don't take anything where I'm going to go ahead and sell it and make money off of donations. I'm not that kind of person. So I will go ahead and donate because that's what it was meant to be. So we're giving back to those out there.
Larry, you put down that Switch controller, man.
It's been down.
we pretty much figured that this was a pretty big milestone, that we're celebrating. So the prizes had to be pretty big.
I mean, I don't get dressed up like this for just anybody.
And there was a pop.
What's up, Travis?
Travis, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Hello, sir.
I'm only going to be here for a second. I have a script that needs to be done so we can start production by Monday to get Coins of Judas back out for Diamond. And I'm in the last hours of my campaign, so I got to prep all the things for tomorrow morning. But I did want to stop in and say welcome back to the community because you've been gone for a little bit, going through stuff. I'm really happy to have you back. And happy 100th, man. Really, glad to have you back. Glad to have you in the community. You were missed, and so glad you're here, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I organized his YouTube and put things into playlists and stuff, because if I wouldn't, his 100th would have came and went without even celebrating it. He didn't even realize he was that close to it.
I honestly didn't. I didn't think I was anywhere near close to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that, Travis. It's been like I was saying earlier, it's been an uphill battle getting to this, so it doesn't seem like much for a lot of people out there. This is a milestone, but I am definitely going to be taking this heavily and enjoying it as much as I can.
You're a good guy and you deserve all the credit. And I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad that people can enjoy you. And you got these people on your channel. You know, they got to leave Larry's channel at some point. They got to go and venture the world. So at least I got a second one to go to when they're not on Larry. So that's good.
I've been waiting for a link, Travis.
You got to be in one of those groups where I hit the link. You know, did you not hear about the porn incident that happened 2 weeks ago?
The what?
So I'm in a couple of groups, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to do a creator live," and I sent the link out, and there was a couple creators I didn't know, which has happened before, no big deal, and they decided to spam me with pornography. It was a lot of fun.
It's funny because you say stray away from Larry's. I'm a Twitch affiliate. I make money off streaming. I mean, it's not super chat or anything like that. I'm no EVS, but whatever. So
He's not like hanging out in a hot tub or nothing, you know.
I said that's doing if I could work this winter to get back into my summer shape, then yeah, which is round. So it'll be great.
Pete, I don't play Fortnite. I don't know what Twitch is.
I don't play. I draw there, asshole. I draw there.
Yeah, talking about getting
maybe if you
spammed
answered a
with
message
porn.
once in a while, you'd fucking know.
I'm glad I didn't open our Twitter at work the other day for our After Dark show tomorrow. I had used the hashtag NSFW because After Dark is going to be catering to that side of the comment. And Twitter themselves started spamming me with porn because I put hashtag NSFW.
Mhm.
I had to quickly tell Twitter I was not interested in that, and I'm glad I did not open it while I was at work to check it because I would have been in so much trouble because I'm on work internet and they monitor all that.
Just tell them like every artist does. Just tell them it's reference material.
What they were sending me is not reference material. It was like full. This was not just posing. Yeah. Wow. But it was Twitter that was sending me these tweets. It literally said, "You got this tweet because you subscribed to this hashtag." And I'm going,
Yeah.
so be careful what you hashtag. Twitter just might spam you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the full lesson for Twitter from what I've learned in my life. Watch what you hashtag on Twitter. Like that's kind of just a straight lesson when you go on Twitter.
Exactly. But I
I
definitely
usually
appreciate
stay far away from Twitter. There's a new platform too like that, Travis, man.
Yeah.
I recently stumbled across this little thing, and I was like, I don't
You heard a
have
little
time.
bit of jibber jabber going on, man.
I didn't hear a little jibber jabber, but I accidentally stumbled across it while spamming the internets for Granite State Punk, because that's what you do. You spam everybody and you get backers. And but yes, I did stumble across it, and I was like, that seems like a lot of work. So I'll keep what I'm doing. But it does look interesting, and I'm cool to see how it works.
Oh yeah.
It's Twitter. Except for
It's
you've
Twitter
got
for comics.
Yep, you got stories. There you go. It's Twitter stories. You have to have like moments or whatever, and it's a pain in the ass to get it to do it.
I'm still trying to get approved for truth. For some reason, they've read my Facebook. I don't know why they won't let me on.
For what?
That was the President Trump's.
Oh, Truth Social.
Oh, did they ever actually launch that?
What's that?
Did they ever
launched,
actually get that launched? Huh.
Yeah, it launched.
I didn't realize it ever went live.
I think it's done already.
Oh, it may be done already, but it did launch. I am aware it's launched.
Ah, gotcha.
I missed what you're talking about.
Learn something new every day.
Parody on Trump.
I did not know that.
But yes, I've got to go back to my script writing. I've been up till 3 a.m. every night. I know that may be common for some of you folks, but it's not common for me.
Hey, congratulations on the campaign, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you. It's doing good. It's rough right now on the Kickstarter. Kickstarters are a little weird right now.
There's a thing too. When it launched, I noticed that I got the notice in my activities like right off, but I didn't actually get the email until like the next day.
Yeah,
I've been seeing that a lot the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's doing well. I wish it would do better. I'll be honest. I would, I expected it to do better, but I launched on Halloween, which is like the craziest time. There's like 265 projects right now in the comics category. On an average month, it's like 175. So I'm competing against another bunch of things. And say what you will, like competition's competition. And,
Oh yeah.
So what book is it right now?
Granite State Punk,
State Punk.
the sequel. So I wasn't planning on doing a sequel, but I got picked up by Scout, so we did a sequel to it. So
Nice.
yeah, we're doing
Cool
well.
title.
We're at 7,543.
Yeah.
We're not doing bad. They're just
No, I call that a win.
Oh yeah. Definitely. But yeah, Travis, I definitely appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to go ahead and congratulate me on that, because it means a lot. I mean, it's something that I mentioned a lot of times on my shows, talking, tell the creators, they're doing a good job. Tell the creators you appreciate them.
yeah.
Every once in a while, it's good to hear that on my end as well, because I'm one of the creators. I just can't draw worth a flip, and I'm trying to write something, but I just never have enough time. So it's good to hear, at least with the shows, that it's appreciated. So I definitely appreciate that.
Well, here, let me tell you the secret. Once you actually find the time to write, then people will then come to you and tell you, it's so lucky that you have the time to write. No, we don't have the time to write. We just fucking figure it out. We don't
got
have time either.
to write. I actually made sure in his schedule that he's got 4 hours a week to sit down and at least sit and try and brainstorm or do something. He doesn't use the time. He does something else with it instead.
There's always someone reaching out, wanting a show, wanting to talk about something. It's like, oh, okay, I can do this. I never tell them no.
No, absolutely. But yeah. But congratulations, and good to see everyone tonight. Haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah.
I hope you did great. And Pete, I hope you're rich because of New York Comic Con. I hear everyone comes out with $1 billion.
Yep.
Not exactly $1 billion because there's tolls, but close. I got a couple mortgage payments, so I'm okay.
Good.
There you go.
But, yeah. So, peace, guys. Keep making comics. I'll be listening while you guys while I'm working.
Cool.
All right. Appreciate it.
Later, bye.
All right. Peace out.
Brother.
Later, Travis. Have a good one, man.
Cool. Now, who's over there hitting on the keyboard? Is that Max or is that?
No, that's me.
That's Sam.
That's me.
That's
Sam is
usually
the angry-
Sam.
Sam
My
is the
keyboard
angry cat
is
meme.
my keyboard is silent.
I see.
It's like it's mechanical, but it's a silent mechanical keyboard. I made it. It's not cheap.
Oh, okay.
I see you don't
It
have
was-
the cat typing on a computer GIF yet, Phil.
It's some of my retail therapy from getting divorced.
Good for you.
I wanted a nice keyboard, and I got it.
You deserve all the things.
You know what? I got what I wanted when I got my divorce too. I got divorced.
Divorced?
I just didn't get married. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's
I
funny,
kind of like being married, but after this last time, I don't know if I can do it again.
After the second time, my dad he took me to the side and he was like, maybe you shouldn't get married. You're not very good at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I think you're right.
What's funny is that my dad told me the exact same thing. And my dad's been married 6 times. 4 times to the same woman.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
Wow.
Good for
My
you.
old man just tried to have me beat up by the girl that I'm with.
Well,
Yeah, Phil will be my second marriage. My first one lasted officially was 24 years, but we separated. We had been separated for 8 years before we filed. So,
Mhm.
but still a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she and I first got together, that was one of the first things we talked about was, you're not planning on getting married, right? Nope. Okay, good. Then we'll go ahead and date. And we've been together for well over a year now.
Yeah, almost 2.
And it just got to the point where it was something that, I don't know, it just fit. So I asked her, and She didn't stutter whenever she said yes, so that's a good point that I'm going to take on that one. And
Yep, that's a good sign.
we will be married next year.
Cool. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate
Sucker. I was still like super anti-marriage at this point in time. I mean, I did just get divorced
Shocker.
a couple months ago, so
Shocker.
I've been divorced for a while. I'm not exactly keen on the marriage concept in general, but I'm happy when people will make it work.
I've
Oh,
never been
fuck.
married, and I'm against that shit.
I've been with my girl for 17 years, and neither one of us really are pushing for the marriage.
You're common law married at this point.
Yeah.
Only in states
Ohio
where it's
doesn't have that no
effective.
more.
Yeah, they don't do
Congratulations.
that, or I would have been there too with the same thing after 10.
I think Tennessee is one of the few states here that still does the common law marriage. You can
Texas.
still go down and file at the courthouse without a wedding or anything else if you've been living together for, I think they said here, 4 years.
4 years? Okay, I always thought it was like 7.
It was like 8 in New York.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
every
guess state to
the
state, it
states that do still have common law, the length you're together differs from state, for each state. Tennessee it's 4. Some states it's 7.
all right. I'm going to go ahead and bring the share screen up here. We're going to go ahead and do this wheel again. This time we're going to do something a little bit different because this is for the big prize. So we're actually going to knock it down 3 times. So on the 4th one, that'll be the person that wins. So we'll get it up here.
Spin the wheel, Vanna.
No whammies. No whammies.
All right, so here's number 1,
Big money.
and Sam is out of that one. But he's got another one on here, I believe, too.
So
Yeah,
far,
he's
so
got
good,
one
Larry.
more.
No whammies.
Here's number 2. Wolfman is out.
Who the hell's
On
Wolf?
Twitter.
New
New mutants, man. New mutants.
Number 3. Oh, Tim is out.
Oh,
And here's the winner of the big grand prize package.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on,
Other
baby.
Phil.
Big money, big money, big money.
Bill.
How'd that happen?
Wow. I swear it's not rigged. No.
no, I'm calling shenanigans.
It's just rigged for Phil.
Right?
I don't know. I'm just over here making
No, just the name Phil.
I'm just scribbling.
So
I'm scribbling ancient ruins over here and burning candles. So I don't know.
Well, for once in his life, Phil will actually get something in the mail.
Yeah, because
And it won't be in a
wait on
and
those chibbies.
it won't be
Where's
in a
my
plain paper
chibby,
bag.
Phil?
Where's my chibbies, Larry?
Where's my fucking Bitcoin?
Where's my Bitcoin, BSG?
Where's my Bitcoin, man?
gonna lie, Pete is sexy
Keep
as fuck.
bringing up garbage people.
All right, other Phil, as you're aware, shipping and handling for this kind of a package deal is 2 to 3 years. So just I'm letting you know right now.
That sounds like winning a Jim Noble prize. Fuck.
How is Jim doing?
I don't know.
That was bad.
Oh, and another important news, and this is a legit question, not trying to provoke anything. Did you get your action figure yet?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Larry.
What action figure?
The frog.
No. There's no frog in the mail yet.
I haven't got mine either.
Another 5 years, he might get it.
Nope, I agree on that one. I also didn't get the comic that goes along with that. Came
Rex
out
Planet?
the year
Rex
before.
Planet. I thought those were already going out.
Did you actually back it, Demon Phil?
Oh yeah.
They're coming out slowly.
See, I couldn't afford it, and I didn't really have a lot of interest in the cybernetic organism.
For
So
$25, you get the comic and the toy. You'd be able to flip the toy for $100 easy.
but only if I got it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have to receive it first.
So you know.
Yeah, I'm still kicking myself for choosing that one over the Spawn figure at the time. That was a stupid play.
Oh yeah, your sure bet would have been fucking Spawn.
Yeah, no kidding.
Can't go wrong with Spawn, man.
Plus, Spawn got fulfilled in like 3 months.
It was.
You know what I hear is fulfilling next month?
What's
Human Hunters 2.
Yeah, I hear there's a Kickstarter on the go, which we can talk
I
about
heard
as
that
soon
too.
as I plug this. Coming early 2023, the Kickstarter, Niobu Outbreak #2.
Ooh,
Nice.
With a gorgeous cover here by, of course, the one and only Mr. Keith Garvey, featuring our new
Makes me-
character, Catcall.
Makes me think
Hey.
of Thanksgiving.
You got the name right, man.
Thanksgiving. Mashed potatoes and
Thanksgiving mashed potatoes, a little Garvey, you know.
So she appears in Outbreak #1. You're going to see lots of her, lots of first appearances in Outbreak #1. It's kind of like my giant size X-Men, if you will, for first appearances.
Nice.
And again, gorgeous cover by Keith Garvey. And then I believe, do we have one more? No.
that's gonna be hot on eBay. All the flippers
Right?
trying to get the keys. You gotta get your keys.
They call him Flipper.
And then we got this one
These
here.
are the only keys I care about.
By LC Faritas with our new bag girl. Getting a little hot in here, Cinder.
It's getting hot in here.
I know that song.
So these are the two covers we got done, but we got one in the works by John Stinsman, who image comic artist for Evangeline, worked underneath Rob Liefeld back in the day. We got a cover coming from Jamie Tyndall, a cover coming from R.B. White, a cover coming from Justin Hunt, Greg Bo Watson, and Paul Green will line up our 2023 class of
I want-
2023.
I'm gonna want the first two Tyndalls, so I can, because he was my neighbor at New York Comic Con, Phil. You're like right across the aisle, which is really cool. So we got to chatting and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Long story short, as we're saying goodbye, I was like, "Oh yeah, same spot next year." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, cool. We'll see you then." I was like, "Ooh, maybe I'll have some of my buddy's book." Oh yeah, Niobe, yeah, that'll be great. So yeah, Larry, I need 2, and
Well,
however
yeah,
many,
brother.
however many you need me to sign for you to send back to Canada.
That'd be like sending Pete like a fucking box. You know what I mean?
Look, if you're down, I'm
And
down.
I'll
I'm
still
sure.
be waiting on my chibis.
Weren't you supposed to wait? Hold on. Hold on. I thought the chibis went the other way, but I understand.
You're both getting chibis. When I mail out your packages, I'm gonna put the chibi cards in there.
We're getting chibis, man.
Gee, I already got a chibi. There's a chibi right there.
Well, you guys got the originals, but I'll give you the cards.
Oh, okay, well that's it.
Card. Did you save me any Sybils?
We got some chibis.
I got a shit ton of them. How many you want? I'm not kidding. How many do you want?
I don't know. I just like, anything I worked on, I just like to collect.
I know,
it.
but I mean,
Yeah.
like, do you want 10 of them? Do you want 20 of them? How many do you want?
Do you want to,
brother?
do you wanna-
Whatever you want to send.
do you want a long box full of them? I mean, he's got.
A long box full. That's right. Isn't that the one that they gave you a whole bunch extra?
I had to order a bunch of extras. Like, I needed 300 and I had to get like 500, dude. So, like, I literally got cards up the wazoo right now, right?
The actual wazoo.
Yeah,
The
that was,
actual wazoo. So yes, you will get trading cards in the mail once I start actually mailing out packages, which won't be long because we'll probably place the order in the next few days for the comics and everything. So a couple of weeks after that,
oh yeah.
we'll be neck deep in fulfillment once again.
Yep. I should be placing printing orders probably tomorrow or Sunday for Dungeons and Dames 2022, assuming that the artists that I've been aggravating actually have uploaded their biographies like I've asked them to upon multiple occasions.
Yes.
Human Hunters 2, Max should like give us a sneak peek at that.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I could show it off. I was just working on the ebook on it, actually. Let me.
We're on a show that isn't mine, like Travis said. It's time to promote.
Don't even remind me of that, please.
Share the screen.
And that's one thing, I don't have any problem with that.
All right. So Human Hunters number 2. This is so I'm just gonna read it off because this is a pretty good one. This basically gives you the information you need to know. The classic monsters of old have risen to combat the most dangerous monsters of all, humans. Their new mission, to save 3 beautiful girls from the horrors of human traffickers. Will they be able to save them in time before they are lost forever? Human Hunters is a saga of redemption which chronicles the adventures of our monsters/heroes excuse me, as they embrace the modern world and strive to find their place in it. In their last mission, the Human Hunters were hired to return the priceless vase stolen during World War II to the Rifle family. Radu and his Human Hunters, JC Victor, Dr. Montclair, Christine, Cleo, and Freya, have all been tasked by the girls' fathers not only to find the 3 missing girls, but to seek vengeance upon the ones responsible. And it's 28 pages long of intense, awesome action, drama, romance, and horror. The art is provided by Mateus Duarte, who did Neo Tokyo, The Truth is a
Love
Virus.
that book.
Inkings by Fran Cord, who did Ninja Bimbos vs. Zombies from Deep Space. Space. Flat colors by Carol Cord, who does Mary Machine Gun and Ninja Bimbos. The colors were by Adam Ramos, who does Ninja Bimbos' colors as well. And it was written by Johnny Reed and myself, with lettering by the superstar letterer SK, who has worked on Mary Machine Gun, Ninja Bimbos, and Niobe. And then we got the sample pages of old boy. This is alleged drug lord Lorenzo Rossi, and his daughter's getting ready to go out for a night on the town, and she's complaining that she's 21 and shouldn't have a curfew. And he has one of his goons basically take her out, and the goon gets them into the club, and then they go to the club and have a good time. That's double page spread, which looks really sweet when it's double paged out. Then she gets bumped into at the club, drops her drink, and she's like, "Oh, did you got the VIP passes? I'll go help you get the better drink. We'll get you hooked up." And she takes her and her friends up to the VIP room, where they order 3 tequila sunrises. You see the pill getting dropped into the drink there. The girls get passed out, and then the girls' demeanor changes drastically, and they are kidnapped. And that is where we end the free cover, the free pages. Covers. Cover A by Mateus Duarte. Always have the interior artist do our cover A at Atrocity Press. So he's got that way, you know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? But our variant covers are always different. We usually have the same artist doing stuff for us, but we have them. We let them really kind of go in their own direction. That's one of the things that Atrocity Press likes to do. Is I don't like to come in and be like, I want this, 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 and this. I'll be like, I want Sexy Mary doing this, and that's it. This was Sexy Christine in a dungeon, I think was what we said for this one. LC Freitas did this one. He did this one just out of the kindness of his heart. I paid him for it, but he did it out of the kindness of his heart. And then Pete, help me out here.
Oh yeah, Alfred Trujillo.
There you go, Alfred Trujillo. He did the one of Cleo, which has the not safe for work version also. Here's Fred Bennis' version of Freya with doing the Emma Frost cosplay action. And then we've got Fernando and his cover with Cleo, or with Christine and JC, the werewolf, which is the one I'm going to keep, but I'm going to keep the not safe for work version. Because this one has a not safe for work version also. And then Mateus has a cover B in this one. He was working on this as a character study, and we really liked it. And the docs have meaning to the story and everything, so it all worked out well. Then we've got Alfred's not safe for work version, which is fantastic without the POWs. Trust me, they looks great. I mean, he's got that definitely has that Frazetta look to it all. So
Oh yeah.
it's good stuff. And then Fern Cord stuff. This is the one I'm getting to keep for myself because all the POWs will be gone and it looks awesome. We are currently almost funded. Once we get funded, we'll have 3 prints available, but currently we have 2 of our not safe for work prints. We've got Cleo. This one has been unlocked at $1,000. At $2,000, we unlock Christine. And then with $3,000, we're going to unlock Phil. Do you know who it is?
Which one?
It's Freya, Phil.
Oh, Freya. Yeah, yeah.
And then at $4,000, we unlock the final Christine. Or the $3,000 is out that we unlock the final. Or the $4,000, we unlock the final Christine. Bleh. Can't speak.
Jibber jabber, jibber jabber.
Yeah, jibber jabber, social. Jibber jabber, social. The calendar. We brought the calendar back for the whole year, where we decided instead of doing individual calendars for each individual product, like Mary Machine Gun calendar, Ninja Bimbo's calendar, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
To put together 12 pictures and then the calendar. So we were like, hey, let's just do an Atrocity Press calendar. We can use all of our girls and make it for the whole year, and then we could turn it into an add-on, which is what we did. We've got up to August completed. The rest of them will be done within the next 2 days. But we've got all these available. We got Mary, and Christine, freaking Micah, and Leah, Charlotte. I got, well, that was crazy in my head for a second. Combo packs, we've got the Benez double team, which you can get Mariah and Fred's covers.
Just not fair.
With a little bit of a discount. We got Alfred's combo pack, which gives you his naughty and nice version. We've got Fern's combo pack, which gives you his naughty and his nice version. And because you're getting the naughty stuff, you will get the prints as well. It doesn't just come if you buy the thing. It's if you get any naughty stuff, you will be getting the prints. Speaking of that, PDFs. People requested that we give the naughty versions in PDF. So we started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get the naughty PDFs, you will get the print cards in print ready form at 300 DPI and the correct size and everything in a PDF. Now, if you can get it printed, that's one thing. I don't know if you'll be able to get it professionally printed, but you can print it at home. And with printers nowadays, as long as you use the right paper, you can get some pretty awesome prints. With our add-ons, we've got all the Human Hunters, which is all the Safe for Work Human Hunters covers. We've got the full Human Hunters Not Safe for Work, which is all the Human Hunters cover. We've got the full Human Hunters, which is issue number 1 of all the Safe for Work ones, except for the Halloween issue, which you cannot get except unless you were unless you backed it during Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
This is Halloween.
And then we've got issue number 1 of the full Human Hunters Not Safe for Work, which gives all of the covers, even our little cheesecake beefcake cover. Which people say you can't do it. People say you can't do it, but that cover sold best of any of our nude covers so far. And then we've got the full Mary Machine Gun, which is Mary. It's all standard cover A's. Full Ninja Bimbos, standard cover A's for the Ninja Bimbos 1 and 2. And then the full Atrocity Press, which is the standard cover of everything we released, except for Neo Tokyo, The Truth is a Virus, because we're reworking it.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch goals. As soon as we get funded, the first stretch goal is unlocked, which is trading card number 1, which is Cleo. At $4,000, trading card number 2, Christine in her cheerleading outfit. I'm definitely gonna have to foil this one. I've decided. So when if this gets released, it will be foiled. And then we got Freya again, which would look pretty cool with the foil, but I think I'm only gonna foil one of them. Just one
Foil
foil in
again.
the card. And then we've got the bookmark from Alfred. We've got the sticker from Elsie Free Test, and the poker token is the sticker from him, or the artwork from him as well. The comic book is done. We don't ever start a Kickstarter unless our comic book is completely finished. That's lettering and everything. So, the only thing we're really funding right now is we fund the print cost, and anything that we make extra is kind of hoping just to maybe pay us back for what we paid to get it done to begin with.
Ba-da-dum.
And we print with Comics Wellspring because they kick ass.
They're awesome.
It looks like you got a good campaign going there.
Yeah, it's not so bad so far. We got 55 backers in the first day. 2743. We're $257 from $257 from funding. So that'll be great. That'll be a great day. Hopefully it'll happen while I sleep.
Nice.
That'll be super sweet.
Well, guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and call this one for tonight. I appreciate everyone being here.
All right, so that's the warning. We got 20 more minutes left.
Yeah.
That's first warning. Yep.
All right.
20 minutes
Step
till the second declaration of cancellation. Yep.
But no, I didn't tell anybody. But actually, I was incredibly sick today, and still wanted to go ahead and do the show. So I made sure I did that and did the celebration show as well. But the medicine is running out of time on me, and I'm starting to revert back pretty quick over here. So I need to get off of here before it hits me pretty hard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we've been battling a respiratory sinus infection for that's what we were dealing with last week, and it's just kind of lingering.
Yep.
At that time of year.
Well, I was over it, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, "Oh no, we not gonna go ahead and postpone anything today." So I got up here all nasally and deep voice and all that kind of stuff and finished it up, and that's about all I got today, though. Guys, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the time that y'all spent, up here and hanging out with me and making this a really cool celebration for the 100th episode. And hey, I'm looking forward to having y'all back whenever we hit another 100 and hit the 500 and so on and so forth. I'm gonna keep bringing y'all back up here.
Well, I was just gonna say, wait till we get to 200 and Phil eats a hot chip.
Yeah. That's who's gonna eat it. We're gonna give Phil the hot chip challenge, or we can finally do what. Well, we gotta all be
Now you
together
guys
to do.
have to find a challenge that's not going to land him in the emergency room.
What
Well,
I
I'm
want to
gonna toast
do.
the ones I
He wants to do Russian roulette with the
Yeah,
chips,
I
man.
want to do Russian roulette with the chip. I want to take like a bag of Doritos
Uh-huh.
and drop one hot chip in there and just shake it up, and then everyone in the table has to keep eating a chip out of the bag.
Ooh,
out of
cool
the bag
ranch.
until they hit the brutal
It's actually a
chip.
pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
What I want to do is, and again, we'll have to be in the
Might
room
be a
together.
thing that it might be there's a con next year in August where a lot of this stuff could happen.
Right?
Oh boy.
Not what I have planned. I'm going to make a pan of brownies.
I'm gonna need like a GoFundMe just to go to this convention.
Well,
Are
Yeah,
there
but
special brownies?
yes, sir. It's going to take you twice as long in Canada, though.
Right?
Wow. Guys, I certainly appreciate it though, but I'm gonna go ahead and have to shut this off now because
12 minutes left, Phil.
I'm winding down over here.
All right, congratulations, Phil.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it very much.
Congrats,
Thanks
man.
for having us on, brother.
Good to
All
meet you, Tim.
Peace out.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Larry's